Hi, and once again, welcome to TonyWilliams.com. As I always say at the start of all my videos, I hope some of the materials that I make this year would get an average person going from a place of good to greatness, as we always try to reconstruct ourselves, build a future for ourselves that's sustainable and that would obviously last. Well, today I think it's important to talk about time. As they always say, time waits for no one, and time lost sometimes can never be regained. As I say, the only thing that everyone has in common is that 24 hours. Apart from that, we're all different in every other aspects of life, a different mindset, a different way of thinking, different abilities, different skill sets. But one thing that we all have in common is that 24 hours that we have in each day that we wake up alive on planet Earth. But how we use those hours sometimes could determine, what we achieve in life. It could determine if we fulfill our goals on time. It could determine, if we are fruitful in our decisions or we're a total failure of our action. So it's, in a way, it's so important that we always understand how important time is to us. If you don't use time well, people will say you procrastinate. If you use it well, people will say you're effective and efficient, and ultimately it would show, in the results that we achieve various aspects of life. Now, how can we use time properly? How could we identify with time and know that we're using it effectively, and know that we're not procrastinating? Or how could we make decisions that are time effective, and beneficial to us in the long run? I'm going to try and share a few ideas, or more classic, a few aspects that I know are, or plans that I know that if you practice it or you put it in place, and apply it religiously to your daily schedule, it would help improve your decision making, will help improve you getting closer to your goals in time, will help you get results for at least more positive results for anything that you decide to do in life. And these are things that I use myself, because I come from a place where I was bad with time, so it's not like, I'm trying to say anything here that I haven't practiced or I haven't adopted, and I now use it as a daily sort of guideline to make sure that I'm on the time. So it depends on what aspect of time you're trying to work with. If you're looking at aspects of, you always think you never have enough time in the day. That's really, you need 24 hours, you need 27 hours in a 24-hour day, which is virtually impossible for you to get. I think, first of all, you might have to start by trying to see that you decluster your day, because no one could tell me that they're strictly busy for all the seconds, all the minutes, all the hours in a 24-hour day. It's impossible. So there are times that you're probably just doing nothing, or you're wasting away, or you're not utilizing it as fruitful as you should be. Times that you're sitting down just watching TV or playing a game or on social network, just doing nonsense, just liking one picture after the other, or Snapchatting. So, all these, when you add all those hours together, or all those minutes, or all the time you spend on those doing those irrelevant things, you can see that they actually bite into the most efficient part of your day. So, at a good idea to do, as I say, to decluster your day, is to dedicate, just like we used to do back in the, when we all used to be in sort of school or university or so. You have specific time for specific subjects. So it could be like maths you're doing today for 2 hours in a day, or you're doing English for 45 minutes or so, or you're doing a model for, I don't know, 2 hours in a lecture theatre. Apply different time limits to what you want to do per day. So if you want to go sort of social network, which is a major time buyer for most people, say maybe you want to visit Twitter for 30 minutes, or have specific times. If you know you're expecting updates from a lot of your followers or people that you follow, try to find out the time that they post, try to find out the time that they're online, and just try and log in a few hours after the time you feel that they're online. So even if it's comments you want to read or feedback, that a substantial amount would have been sort of posted would relate to, or said would relate to the post that you're trying to check, and do it, and make a conscious decision after you've done it that you're not going to look at it for the rest of the day again. Same with Snapchat, Twitter, Pinterest, or whatever it is. Have specific times of the day that you go in, do what you have to do, and when the time is up, come out of it. And then also things like waking up early. Well, in order to wake up early, sleep early. So if you're that person who just sits there watching box sets and soap operas, and I don't know if they even do soap operas anymore, do they? I don't know, but box sets and series, and you can watch it till 2-3 a.m. in the morning, and then you need to wake up by sort of 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock to get yourself an hour ready for work also, or to drive to work, or to catch the train, or however you do it. Then sleep early, so that by the time you wake up you're well refreshed, and you have those kind of early hours in the morning to get yourself together, do all your religious sort of practices or whatever it is you do, your exercise, your reading, your prayers, your meal, your preparation for work, and then you're fresh, because it's only when your whole body is fresh actually that you can also do things effectively. Then leave chasing foolishness around. A major issue why, for guys now, if I have to say this, a major issue why a lot of guys feel like they don't have time is because they just don't prioritize things. So, for instance, if you're setting a specific time to attain a goal, maybe a week or so, or 2 weeks, don't use half of the time that you're meant to use to sort of, put plans in place for this goals. Doing foolishness, don't use it, half of the time to go and sit with your boys when there's nothing that's going to happen through the day. You're just going to get together and just talk foolishness, and then come back home and then you think, oh, I haven't got this done. Or you use it to be chasing 10-15 girls around, phoning Lisa, Sheila, Belinda, and all of that, spending so much hours on the phone with Lisa, then you drop the phone, you go and spend it with Lisa, then you decide, oh, I'm going to meet Tracy for lunch, or dinner, I'm going to go to cinema. Before you know it, you've put so much junk into the 24-hour day, or the 7-day week, that it just is not relevant, and it basically it becomes a roadblock or a sink block to the goals you need to achieve. So it's different, it goes on and on and on. I really can't sit down in one sort of video and say, look, this is the gospel according to how you could keep time. But I just think that, starting by making decisions to decluster the foolishness, and I can't say more than that. Sorry if you're offends anyone, but it is actually foolishness, because it's like someone who knows, okay, I've got an exam tomorrow and I actually need, or maybe in a week or whatever, and I actually need time to steadily make progress by reading, a few chapters and, making notes and, doing the right things to prepare myself for the exam. And rather than do that, I just feel, do you know what, today, the whole weekend I'm going to go to the club, or I'm going to go and chill with my boys, or I'm going to be there just drinking brandy and coke and, smoking a zoo. It just doesn't make sense. Before you know it, before you recover from the brandy, the coke, the effect of the zoo, your whole weekend's gone. And then Monday comes, no coursework's done, ill prepared for your exam. Go there, and that's when you now think, okay, you know what, I'm going to have to find some extra help. And you decide to carry, as they say, you carry Genji, you put something, write some shit on a piece of paper and try and sneak it into the exam hall, and then boom, you're busted. So at the end of the day, you can see that there's a ripple effect for everything that you do when you don't put proper planning into it. And the only reason why you have to plan is so that you can manage that time efficiently and you can get to that set goal on time. But that's all I have to say a little bit about time. I'm definitely going to come back and visit this. This is just sort of an impromptu kind of thing to tell you that, look, you can achieve your goals at the right times. You can make things happen when you want them to happen. But it's important that you put a plan into place and you manage that time effectively. It's so important that you manage that time effectively. The major way to do it is make a conscious decision. Write a list of what. Do you know what I do when I go to bed at night? I think of, just before I step in bed, I think of every single thing I could remember that I've done from I got out of bed to I'm going to bed. And if it's foolishness, or if I find a lot of foolishness in there, I make a decision not to do that tomorrow. It is pretty much as simple as that. I don't start by what I've done last, I start by what I've done first. So that's just on that step in front of it. Okay, so what have I done since I've woken up today? I drove, I bathed, I ironed my clothes, I got on the bus, I got on the train, I went to Preta Manager, I went to work, and I sat at the office, I read a paper, I checked my blog, I did every single one, what they, we call it pseudocode in the computer. So I write a pseudocode, literally in my mind, of every single thing that I've done. And where I find, elements in there that are just nonsense, trust me, I ain't doing it tomorrow. And if you can apply that tactics or system to yourself, for a period of time, I can guarantee you free up more space. It's just like a computer disk. When it's clustered, it says, look, defragmentize me, free me up. And you just free up the space. And when you free it up, what happens? You get more space, you get more time at your hand that you could use for more positive things, and you find yourself working more effectively. Think about it. If you've got anything else you feel you might need to add, always feel free to drop me a line or drop the comments below. And hopefully, we shall speak soon. If there's anything else, let me know. Have a blessed day. All the best. As we speak.